to the ScamSlam channel. I'm here to bring you content from both shady and some not so shady individuals on TikTok. Ever scrolled through your For You page and come across a sketchy scam or a questionable character? Well, you're not alone, and that's where I come in. On this channel, I'll be diving deep into the world of TikTok to expose scams, scammers, and problematic content to steer clear of. From beggars, scammers, fakers, liars, abusers, and awareness creators that you watch, I'll be here to share it all. I'll be doing it all through showing live streams and adding in comments where appropriate. Be sure to look out for those red flags. So if you want to stay informed on what's really going on in the world of TikTok, then hit that subscribe button and join me on this wild ride. Let's expose the truth together, and reminder, don't send money to anyone on TikTok.
Of course, you don't have to share that if you don't want to. Just say you're not having a good day, and we'll be sure to pray that your day changes. No one ever has to answer any personal questions, of course. I'm on a little bit earlier than I can normally get on. It's just that's how the day's worked out. So, you ever have those days where nothing has gone the way you thought it was going to go when you woke up? That is, Mandy, I didn't know. Last one I seen from you was, it said you're not good, but okay. And then I didn't see anything else from you until you said that about your comment. So, yeah, it probably was. You might try to change the way you wrote it out and maybe change an E to a 3 in one of your words or something. It might come through. Hey, Bunny, how are you doing? Looks like the usual suspects are just coming in here today. Hey, lazy eyes. I could be doing better. I'll be honest with you. I could be doing better. Today's been one of them days. It has been one of those days, guys. Trying not to be just overly stressed out today because I can't get in to see a doctor until, well, sometime this month. I forget the exact date. It's closer to the end of the month. I get that 100%, Mandy. 100%. Um, so I understand that completely. But guys, give me 1 second. I got to do something real quick. I'm having some technical issues. Maybe 3-4 minutes, and I'll be right back on. Let me try to get this fixed real quick. Um, it's my phone. It's doing something stupid right now. So give me just a second. We'll be right back. You go to the doctor. So now I'm sitting here. I've got one blood pressure med that I've got left out of the, let's see, 2, 3, 4. I'm sitting here thinking, I'm supposed to take the Sartan 2 once a day, a Metropolo something twice a day. So I'm out of both of those. So my two biggest blood pressure meds, um, I'm out of. Apparently they cared because they took time to come in here and make a comment. So, gotta love stupidity like that, guys. But, it is what it is. People are always going to be that way. But I guess it's something the world's got to face is that people's always going to be rude and people are always going to be mean. I guess this is something we all have to bite the bullet on. And I would love to say we can fight it, but too many people are scared to fight it. So just let the bullying and being mean to people for no reason, just let it keep on going. So, okay, Jesse, you have a good one. But so it's just I really don't want to give up on fighting the cyberbullying and stuff, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to give up on it. We can't accept it, guys. I guess if they're in here being mean to me, they're not being mean to somebody else, right? Is that one way we can look at it? Edith, I'm not for sure how much my meds are. Uh, they haven't called them in for me. So I'm trying to get an answer on things on that, but you know how it is when you call the doctors, you can't get through to them. You'll leave a message with them 20 times, and give me 1 second. is a beautiful day outside today, though. I'll give it that much. It is beautiful outside. Yeah, I won't have to. Well, what I'm hoping is that my doctor will write me a prescription and send it into the pharmacy where I'm at. That way I can figure out how much they are, and that way I can figure out, how to get them before my next doctor's appointment. So I'm going to a new doctor. Um, that's one thing my doctor, when I called, they was like, well, she wants to see you. And I was like, well, I'm not in that town anymore. Um, and it would be quite a bit of a drive for me to get there for the doctor's appointment. And so hoping they'll work with me on that, and we'll call them in and let me get a new prescription of them. And then when I go to my new doctor, they can just figure out from there. So that's the hoping and wishing part. I know I can't wait till closer to the end of May for my blood pressure meds, so somebody's got to work with me on that to, you know. So I tell you, the last thing I want to do is go to the ER to get a prescription. But my blood pressure gets too high, I'm not going to take any chances with it. I mean, earlier it was, I think it was 174 over 97. Before I got on live, we were sitting at 159 over 86. So could be sitting better. Luckily, I do have one med that I take, and it's not something I can take a lot of. It's at least the way I'm reading the bottle, it's prescribed for take one a day, or as needed, for when my blood pressure goes over 150 over 90. I'm supposed to take this pill. Definitely took one a while ago, and even with the way it's setting at 159 over 86, I could probably justify another one, but I don't know how close you can take them together. So, and how many I can take. Because it says one a day on the bottle. So, that's where I'm at with my meds, which it sucks all the way around. But at least my diabetes medicines, at least I'm still pretty good on those. Where would I find a 1-800 number for about my meds? So I've never heard. Not doubting, just wondering. I do, Edith. I can tag you in it here. Well, Jessica, right now I don't have the meds. I'm out of them. That's the issue. That's why it's up so high. I'm out of two of my major ones. I still have my amlodipine that I take at night. But as far as my losartan and my metropololo, I know I'm saying that completely wrong. Uh, hey, Mayhem. Thank you, Edith. Anything helps. It really does. Um, I do not have Medicaid. I don't have any insurance at the moment. And the main problem why I don't have the meds right now is because we did move 2 months ago, and I was like, I've got to find a doctor's, and I called out, and it's the health department where we're at, and it's not exactly where we're at, but it's the county's health department, and they couldn't see me till the end of May, so, and then Dyersburg Health Department wanted me to come back and do they wanted me to come in and do a doctor's appointment, but I couldn't get down there to do the doctor's appointment. I take two losartans and a metropolo. It starts with an M, ends with an LOL. That's how I always tell them that I'm out of what I'm out of. So I don't know how to pronounce it. I take two of those. Hey, Kayla, and the Metro in the morning, along with my fluid pill and my um, metformin, my glymopride, and then at night I take my amlodipine, another metformin. It's supposed to be another Metro Polo, whatever it is. Um, but I'm out of that too. I take that twice a day. Um, and then a cholesterol pill. All right, Shauna, I'll definitely be checking into that because, like I said, my doctor could write the prescription. Now, this one's got an LOL at the end of it. No, I'm not in the hospital. I was just talking about how my meds have. There we go. That's Angel's got it right. Losartan has never really bothered me. Now, when I first had my blood pressure problems, I got put on something before Losartan. It's been a while back, guys. I don't remember exactly what they put me on back then. It's been over a decade, and it would make me just beat red. Arms, face, neck, everything beat red. Now the one is Glimpride is what I'm on. It's Glimpride. I believe it's how it's spelled. My daddy had issues with his thyroid, and it really he threw everything off on him. I understand exactly what you mean, Jessica. When it gets high like that, it sucks. It takes a lot out of you. A lot of people don't realize how much battling blood pressure takes out of you daily. Um, they think, well, it's just blood pressure. Well, you're up, you're down, you're up, you're down. It wears you out. Yeah, that is very high. I would, Okay, Sean, I never heard of telehealth. I just started getting a hold of them. I was like, hey, calling my old doctor and was like, hey, I'm in this different area now and I need my meds. Is there any way you can just maybe send in a prescription to a pharmacy for me? You know, and it was like, well, we really want to see you. And I'm like, okay, it's a pretty long drive to get to you guys now. I'm changing doctors. I just don't have the doctor's appointment yet. I've got the doctor's appointment. It just ain't time for the doctor's appointment. So, okay. I would check more into that telehealth and see if that can help me get my meds and stuff. Because I know if I go too much longer without them, I'm gonna be all screwed up. I know I am. I've I've learned that from being hard headed. Um, I got tired of taking my meds one time, and I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm not taking my meds. And I woke up to go to work one morning. I wear glasses, and I woke up to go to work one morning, and sitting at the edge of the bed, and I wipe my eyes out, I stretch, yawn, I reach there and I grab my glasses off the dresser, and I put them on, and everything was still blurry. I said, oh, man, my glasses must be dirty. Clean my glasses off, and cleaned my glasses, put them on, and I was just like, I couldn't read the pictures on the wall. And I was like, I need to go. And I was 207 over 114 that day. Yeah, they do tie, but if I was in Dyersburg, I would just go to the doctor's appointment, my doctor, back in Dyersburg, and get my meds from her. Um, so if I've got to drive all that way back to Matthews 2540 in Dyersburg, uh, I would just go to my doctor's. Hey, Christina, how are you doing? I've never had benefits except for when I was working. Never had insurance through the state. I never had TennCare. I never had none of that stuff. Medicaid, whatever it's called. Hey, Angel, I'd like to say we're doing okay, but we're really not right now. Besides my meds, one of the biggest things that we're facing right now is uh, trying to get through with some groceries. Patricia, that was the first comment I've seen on you. Has anybody else seen anything from Patricia? Because that's the first one I've seen, and I'm watching pretty closely to the screen. No, I've got a lot going on today, and I don't need to be sitting here this stressed. Normally, hey, I get stressed. I've got my blood pressure meds in me. I can handle it pretty good, but without those, I can feel the up and down. Like I can legit feel the blood pressure up. And we just get talking, and I start calming down, and then I'm like, well, right now I'm needing help getting us some food. The med situation is, and we talked a long time on that. Right now, I'm trying to get that to wherever I can get my old doctor to call it in, or I'm trying to figure out what's going on with that. That way, hopefully, the next day or two, I've got meds. But right now, the biggest help that we need is to get us at least a little bit of groceries, So, get us something to get through a couple of meals, and then see where we go from there. Right now, there's not egg. There will be, but right now it's just it's. I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel. $20 would help a lot. It would. It really would. Hey, Storm, how are you doing? Haven't gotten them yet, so. That was an odd way to put that, Ohio guy. Talk a lot. Are you okay? There's a couple of food banks close to us, but they're depleted out still. They don't have nothing in them because there's a lot of people in the same situation. Let's see. If I had to predict what just happened, if I had to tell the story of what just happened with Ohio Guy 740, you asked it that way because that's the way the awareness group told you to ask it because words are being filtered. Then you asked it, then you left and you went back over there, then you came back. Am I right about that? Are you going over there to figure out what you need to ask? TikTok's kicking you out of lives. Yeah. Well, Tim's kicking you out of this one. No, Patricia, I said Ohio guy. She's doing pretty good. She's had an up and down week. So yeah, I did. Louis, I answer the question and then they leave and they come back in here with another question and they leave and they come back and they leave and they come back. They leave and they come back. And every time they leave, they come. And one question was asked a certain way that I've heard the plan of attack. So no matter how y'all want to think, I'm not dumb, guys. I'm not dumb. I see and hear things. I get sent things to me. I've seen the refresher course on how to make a burner account. So if you get blocked, how to make a quick burner account. I've seen that video. I've seen the instructions on ask them how where their earnings are or their weekly pay because they're filtering words out. So when you come over here and you're using the instructions that the awareness groups are giving you, well, that kind of puts you right there in the plain sight. I'm a firm believer in know your enemy. So I can't remember who said it, so I can't give them credit for the quote. But I remember it being said on a newscast that if foreign countries wanted to attack America, the only thing they have to do was watch the news for about a month and they can figure out exactly where to attack, how to attack, and where's the easiest to attack. She's doing okay. She's had an up and down week. So, but I kind of live behind that that way of thinking. Because if I was awareness, I wouldn't get on here and talk with my buddies about how we're going to take care of things. I wouldn't get on here and discuss what to say in chats, how to make burner accounts. That's just me, though. I work. That's the only answer I can give you, Gypsy. Rap music used to be so much better. The guy sitting out here playing his rap, and this is like the lyrics are. I don't know. What I can understand of it is horrible. Guys, if anybody could help me out with anything going towards some groceries tonight, and it would definitely be appreciated, guys. Oh, you're fine, Angel. How have you been? I ain't seen or heard from you in a while. By all means, DM them to me. So that's another thing. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like, or they don't get, or they want to make up their own narrative of. Um, we don't go out to eat. It's like for some reason people believe that we're always out eating. But yeah, we've definitely made some cheap meals. Hey, any options like that, I'll gladly take. Um, a thing we've been going to a lot lately is McDonald's has got not McDonald's. Good lord, they're going to get me on that one. I don't know why I said McDonald's. Walmart has got this pack of hamburger meat. You can't even buy packs of hamburger meat at McDonald's um, for like I think it's $8.88 for a 2 pound pack, um, or may not be a 2 pound pack, but it's it's a big enough for hamburger helper, and that's where we've been turning to a lot of our meals is box of hamburger helper and a pack of hamburger meat, and oh yeah, I like a cheese rice with the ramen noodle. Hey, Kata, it's been a while. How you been? That cheesy rice. We used to take the cheesy rice, mix it in the ramen noodles, and like cut up a chicken breast and throw it off in there. And then our she used to like taking that chicken rice, the ramen, chicken rice, chicken breast, and then put some yum sauce on it. It was kind of like a struggle Chinese bowl. Hmm. Kata, hun, no, I've been wondering how you're doing. You pop in from time to time, but um, no, as far as I know, I haven't told anybody that I've been looking for you. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, it's I don't know, Kate. I'm glad to see you though. I did have to take you off as an admin. I had to reset all my admins not long ago. Admins. How old am I? All my moderators. Okay, Patricia. Okay, that's fine. Well, some of the names they're coming up with today, guys. Yeah, well, I said, I'll tell you this. If you ever get to where you want to come back and mod, the door's always open. You was a very good moderator. Um, but I am glad you stopped in. I don't know why that person told you I was looking for you. And oh yeah, 100%. I just know too. Last time we talked, you said you was working a lot and everything, and we don't get on as often as we used to. Used to we was on doing battles and stuff like that quite a bit, but now it's okay, Angel. Now, unfortunately, it's right the opposite. We can't even sit down and do a battle. So, she's she's been going through it a lot lately. She's had an up and down week this week. Yeah, she's been going through a lot. And there's some stuff that's going on that I'm trying not to speak on publicly. If you want to talk private. But there's some stuff that I'm trying not to speak on publicly yet because we don't know exactly. You know, but I was told earlier that I should just flat out come out and say what's going on with her because it doesn't matter with these trolls on here. What I say is I'm gonna be a liar. You know, yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't know. It's just I like I said, I'm glad you stopped by though. I just don't know. That's weird. They had to have known because it's been a long time since you've been alive, and it's been even longer since you was being a mod. So for them to know to come in and tell you something like that is just wild. But guys, if anybody could help us with anything going towards food, it'd be appreciated. Um, I'm reading this live journey to boost your reward things on here. Start a 60-minute line between 10 and 1600. So that would be what? 10 in the morning and 4 in the evening? Yeah, that'd be 10 o'clock in the morning. Military time. The 1600 would be 4 o'clock. Hey, Royal. How are you doing? Hey, Heather. Go live on 3 separate days and co-host for 60 minutes. I don't know what all that does, but it does something. Roy, we're here today. We're just kind of trying to survive today. Now I need a haircut. I ain't had a haircut in about 4 months. Looking rough. Trying to get some help on getting us some groceries so we can have something to eat tonight. So as of right now, we have nothing in the fridge. So if anybody wanted to help out with anything towards that, guys, just hit me up. Let me know. I can give you the CA, Venmo, or PayPal. Probably some troll account, Kata. This is weird that's a new tactic. I'm not surprised by it. Gypsy, I cannot give out the location of where I'm at. If we were still in Dyersburg dealing with everything, I would say Walmart order 100% because everybody knew we was in Dyersburg. But I just, for our safety reasons, I can't give that location out. Brandy, I gotta stay safe before first and foremost. If you've had people sending you death threats and threatening to unalive you and doxing your location and everything like we have, would you give your location out to somebody? Somebody could send a digital card. They could, Kimberly. I never thought about that. Royal, that still gives a location. Um, I've only had one digital card sent to me. Um, and the way I didn't put it in my wallet. The way they sent it to me was they sent me a screenshot of it, and they sent me the numbers on it and the barcode on it, and it worked. I've never put one in my digital wallet. Sure, it can be done. I just don't know how. I'm sure Google would know. But I do appreciate that offer of a Walmart order. But it's like I said, I have to protect our safety first. We can't be ran out of a. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would work, Kimberly. That's a really good idea. We've taken Walmart orders before when we was in Dyersburg, but everybody knew we was in Dyersburg. Um, I just can't take a chance of getting somebody finding out where we're at and doxing us where we're at, and they would. Some of them would. And it don't take but one person to put it out there. So, Gypsy, I do appreciate the offer, though. Kate, the last comment I seen from you was when you was talking about going up there and trying to find the woman. Nina, right now we're trying to cover getting our groceries and stuff for the night. We still have the hotel room paid for a few days. Ah, okay, Kata, that's a good point. Walmart doesn't take tap pay, so you can't use your digital wallet there. I mean, if anybody, hey, Jen, I know I can't use tap pay at our Walmart. I can use it, you know, at a dollar store. No, we don't have an Aldi's. See, I've got the Walmart app, and if I go to use my wallet, my Google Wallet to pay at Walmart, it never lets me tap. Hey, Wingo. Oh, the scan and go. Okay. I've got it on my phone basically to look up prices when I'm in the store because Walmart is notorious about not putting their prices on their stuff. And Angela does more with her Walmart app than I do. So I don't know if she's got that scan and go thing or not. Yeah. Yeah, and the way my luck runs, it wouldn't work. So that's exactly the way my luck runs. Is it wouldn't work, and that would be my only option. I'd be sitting there with huh, haven't seen that one yet, Kata. Yeah, makes it a lot easier to raise the prices on everybody. Autumn, not spring. That's the first comment I've seen. So I'll have to say no. May have to reword things and see how that goes. I don't know why Ghost came out like I was Canadian. Ghost. See how Ghost sound like I was from Minnesota. Thank you, Kimberly. Huh. What did I miss? Oh, I missed that one, Kata. May have to like turn an E into a 3 or space out like take one word and space out every letter of it. Because I have very, very few. Okay, Carrie. Hey, Foxy. I have very, very few filtered words. So I try to keep it where everything come through. But when these trolls want to ask 50,000 times the same thing in a live, I start blocking words so they can't. Then they just figure out a way around it. Guys, if anybody could help us with anything at all today, it would be appreciated. Get tongue tied. I don't know why that wouldn't come through. That's weird. Probably could. I'm no expert at that, but it sounds like something that could be done. Autumn. Maybe someone on here knows 100% for sure. I'd give anything for one good night of sleep. I missed that one. Where is you? Oh, that might have been the one I kicked out. Thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate that. Autumn, there are, but they're depleted. They are drained and can't get ahead of enough to get their shelf stock back up. Yeah, if they've got food in them, you can go get, you can go get something. But if they don't have anything, it's just like, they don't have it to give. So, see, more things like that needs to be done, Kata. It is, and it's like I haven't heard of that app. It's like I can sit here and answer 100 times about things, and today I'm just choosing not to answer over and over and over the same questions that get asked. Um, it may hurt me in the long run, but I don't know. Um, excuse me. Give me a second, guys. If someone's truly going to help and they need an answer, I would answer them. You trolls that are asking, y'all don't deserve an answer. Oh, okay, well, that was called what now? Let me go up here. And more people need to know about that, Autumn. But yeah, I'm gonna download that. I tell you, so many. I sat there one day. I went to Dodge's Chicken in Dyersburg, and we was out on stop, got some gas, got something to drink. This has been way before we got in any kind of a situation. Got up one Saturday morning to go yard selling. We was in Southtown, stopped by Dodge's. Angela wanted a chicken on a stick. Um, we got there right when lunch was being put out, and they was counting the breakfast sandwiches, the biscuits and stuff that the sausages and the sausage in a bun and the biscuits and all that. So they was counting all that stuff out, and there was like 22 items from breakfast that was left over and they didn't sell. And the guy puts them in a bag, and I was just like, I asked, I was like, "Oh, y'all gonna donate those?" He goes, "Going straight in the trash. Management won't let us donate them." And I was just like, "Wow, perfectly good food. They're just throwing straight in the trash." And I was just like, you know, I even offered at that time. I was like, "Man," I said, "if you'll hand me the bag, I'll go downtown and hand them out to people." He's like, "I can't do it. I could lose my job if I gave them to you." And it was just crazy. It's like, how come you couldn't just donate that food to somebody? You know, Queen, we are trying to survive. Story of our life. That's gonna be the name of my autobiography. It is what it is. Just trying to survive. It is. I mean, it's just when I was young and in school, I worked at a grocery store and God, let's say it blows my mind. Like, how can it be a violation to give someone food? But God, that threw me completely off track. But I worked at a little grocery store called Country Mart, and the stuff that was it was pulling off shelves because it was about to go bad, they would donate to food pantries and stuff. Hey, Amber, you know, so they would do that there. There was a smaller place though. God, OSHA is really an OSHA violation to donate food instead of crazy. Daddy's girl, you can ask the questions. If you're rude, you will get blocked. But you have to understand too that just because you ask the question does not mean I have to answer it. So If you're not trying, or if you're trying, if you're rude, you will be blocked. So you can ask the questions, but that's how, if it comes off rude. I lost a job I didn't think I would ever lose. Um, give me one second. I need to get a drink of water real quick. I lost a job I didn't think I'd ever lose. I lost our house. We ended up staying with my dad. And after a while staying with him, it got bad. We couldn't stay there anymore. It was just toxic for everybody in the situation. Um, we moved into a hotel and haven't been able to get back on our feet good since. Man, Michigan Kitty, that is crazy. No, nobody said I lost my job. They was asking why we got in this situation, and I said I lost a job I didn't think I would ever lose. I didn't say I lost this job. That's fine. You asked the question very respectfully. Like I said, that's one of the main pet peeves of mine. Like people coming in just being rude to ask something. Um, so people get blocked for that reason. That's true, Kata. But I guarantee you, like and I see that point, like if someone got sick off of money, not money, but someone got a donated sandwich from McDonald's and got sick, there would be an attorney out there be like, "Oh, I see dollar signs because it's McDonald's and we can get them." Had to mute real quick, guys, so I can see it. Um, Off and on, about a year and a half, 2 years, somewhere in that ballpark, we've had to ask for help. I have worked. I've been cost a couple of jobs. Okay, Queen, I will. She's been up and down this week. She's dealing with some health issues right now. Um, that's she like I said, she's been up and down all week with them. Not back on her feet just yet. If I was back on my feet, I wouldn't be sitting here asking for any kind of help getting some food. I feel like there's about 5 different conversations that is going on right now. Situation has started getting better. Um, and then some health issues have come up. That's kind of trumped everything else. So I don't get that. Start a 60-minute live. Figure that out later. Yeah, I seen where that one guy sued McDonald's because his coffee was too hot and won like $100,000. Thank you for the heart me. Michigan Kitty, not to my knowledge. Kata, I haven't really set a number because like whatever would get would anything would help. Uh, if I'm trying to get us through tonight and starting off tomorrow, so anything that would help towards that. Obviously, we would make stretch. We'd make it stretch as far as it would stretch. So I mean, I bought groceries on $10 before, and made it go as far as it could, which unfortunately wasn't that far. So that's what I was saying earlier that I don't know if they still do Meals on Wheels around here. I know they didn't in Dyersburg there for a while. Well, kitty, I hope you hit big. Oh yeah, we've gone to the Dollar Tree and gotten stuff before too. Most definitely. I mean, we've shopped. We try to go to cheapest places we can. Uh, especially when you don't have but just a few dollars to get through. So it's kind of like got $10 to get through. The Dollar Tree comes in clutch sometimes. Kata, we have our air fryer, microwave. It was just. I'd be honest with you, Christina. It was just another day. We didn't do anything special. We didn't have the money to do anything special. I think we cooked. I think I cooked some barbecue chicken. And we kind of just sit around. So I wish we did what the awareness troll said we did. If you asked them about our anniversary, we went and had Dunkin's and we went and ate a Chinese buffet and went on a shopping spree at the Dollar Tree. But none of that happened. I'm pretty sure what's Friday we had hamburger helper the last 2 nights. We got a little hot plate too. I forgot about our little hot plate. Haven't had a tuna helper in a long time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Monday when we fixed the chicken. I don't remember what we did Tuesday. And the last 2 nights we've had hamburger helper. See, groceries don't go too far when like I was just gonna say earlier, it's like we don't go out to eat, so it's like every meal we eat's at the house. It's here in the room. We fix it. We get it from the grocery store because we don't go out to eat. But again, awareness thinks that we're just going out to eat 5 or 6 times a week, and we've got food galore, and but no, we don't. It is, Jen. The way grocery store prices are, though, it's just about cheaper to go out to eat sometimes than it is to buy a meal from the grocery store. The dollar menu is gone now. It's called the under $3 meal menu. And yeah, we used to live like kings, guys. We had cheap gas, dollar McDoubles. You know, if we had a way to make beans and cornbread and baked potatoes, we'd eat that quite a bit. Hard to do all that stuff when you don't have an oven, and you know. No, I haven't been there recently, but my eyes see ads and stuff that comes on. So you watch TV, you can see ads on Instagram and here and everything of advertisements. So just because I know, you know, our crock pot went out. Yeah, she crocked her last pot one night. But never wrapped it in a wet paper towel. I always just set it in a bowl of water. I put a little bit of water in the bottom of it, poke the holes in it, set it in there. I understand that. But unfortunately, all this talk about food doesn't help me tonight. So, you know, I can't fix anything tonight because we don't have anything tonight. So unless we get a little help, I don't know. We just won't eat, I guess. Yeah, everything's okay with the job. I just want my check won't process till later tonight. So, she's usually there. She's usually there by Saturday afternoon. Um, I don't have a toaster. I want a toaster. So I absolutely love those waffles. The We get the great value. Blueberry waffles already made up. Pop them in a toaster for a second. Man, we had a toaster at one time. I don't know what happened to it, to be honest with you. It could be. And I want to say this loudly and for everybody to understand. 110 people in here. And no telling how many more are streaming us. I don't have a rental shed. So when I say this, understand I'm not talking about a shed that I'm renting to keep our stuff in. My younger brother-in-law has a shed that he let us store some stuff in on the move. Somehow or another, me saying that turned into I pay for a shed every month to store our stuff in. We don't have much. We stored what we couldn't really just cram in the car and move off to another city in. We took the bare minimum with us. And then when we get the chance to go back, we'll bring more with us. But right now, it's in his shed, not a storage container, not a storage shed, not a shed that I'm paying for. So, yeah, Instapots are amazing. Hey, Jules. Trying to survive, Jules. Trying to survive. Needing some help. Needing some help getting some groceries, so we've got something to eat tonight, and trying to get it to where we got enough to start tomorrow. But at least tonight would be pretty good. We had an Instapot back in the day, back when we had our house. Uh, I bought her one with my yearly bonus from NSK, and she loved it. She used that thing all the time. No, I just sitting here letting everybody talk. I was just sitting here watching the screen go. At least I hope everybody can hear me. It does bomb out on me sometimes. The sound goes away. Okay. Yeah, I was just quiet a while ago, guys. I have to bring myself back down some. Like I said, I'm out of two of my blood pressure meds, and when I feel myself starting to get a little spiky in it, I just got to calm myself down. So, if anybody would be willing to help us with anything going towards something to eat tonight, guys, take whatever we get. We're going to the grocery store with it. And getting whatever we can get. Is that going to be the new thing to tell me I can go 30 days without eating? Is that the thing now? Y'all be sure to tell everybody that. Everybody who's homeless and doesn't have something to eat, y'all be sure to keep that same energy with them. You see somebody out on the streets, you trolls, you see somebody out on the streets with a sign saying they need something to eat, be sure to stop and tell them they can go 30 days without it. So it's a troll account, so I blocked them on out. As soon as they said it, I kicked them out the group. I'll be sure to let it stay in here for a second, though. That way everybody can see that crap. It's been in here twice already. No, I can't get food stamps. I officially make too much money to get food stamps. Goldie, not doing good at all right this moment. Not doing good at all this moment. I'm trying to keep myself at a calm pace because I know I don't have my blood pressure meds, and these trolls just keep poking at me. And that one just got to me for some reason. And of course, when they get to me, the numbers jump. Y'all see the name there? Day 31 and you're a goner. So go you do 30 days without food, but day 31 you're gone. So yeah. Jen, they were saying that you can go 30 days without something to eat, but if you apparently the 31st day you're done with. What are you talking about, Big Dave? But you won't tell no one. Won't tell no one what. Tried to send what link? Dawn. No, Big Dave, I haven't got a dime. Anybody who's been in here with me, they know I'm very transparent about things. If I'd have got something, I would have let everybody know. But hey, Bubbles, you didn't send me 20. Where'd you send 25 to, Big Dave? Where'd you send it to, Big Dave? I know I'm talking to a troll. Where'd you send it to, Dave? Come on, troll. Are you going back and looking to see what my CA is so you can type that in? Katie, you've been around. You know, if someone helps me, I tell everybody, hey, they helped me with this amount. I ain't been saying names lately because everybody wants to stay anonymous because of the trolls. A lot of you that have been in here know that when we get help, I let y'all know I got help. Right now, we haven't gotten anything going towards getting any groceries. So, and see, I didn't even block that troll. I don't even have a mod in here right now. I'm just by myself in here chatting. When they knew it would definitely come in, it would definitely help. Allie Mae, the goal was kind of see if I could get enough to get us something to eat tonight, and then a little bit to start tomorrow and see what time my check comes in and figure everything out from there. Thank you for the heart, me KK. As of right now, we are, Lily Beth. There you go, Kata. I completely get that, Allie Mae, 100%. No issue, Lily Beth. Our gas ain't quite $5 yet here, but it's creeping up that ways. And look, if you can't help, that's fine. I'm not asking anybody to put themselves in any kind of financial situation to help me out. If you can't, that's fine, guys. I get it. You know, some people can, some people can't. If you think you can, but you really can't, then don't do it. Don't put yourself in a financial bind to help me out. Thank you, KK, for the roses. So it's like, I get it completely. I do. I mean, I get it. Times are tough on everybody. Ours was it was I think ours is 429. So thank you, KK, for the rose. I would still like to come in here one day and try to hit that rose count. Think it would be kind of cool to hold that record, but thank you, KK, for all the roses. I appreciate every one of them. Yeah, the record for roses on TikTok is like the girl set the record like 24,000 roses. I almost did then to try to block somebody, but I couldn't block them. So I tell you, I miss my Honda Civic. Oh Lord, I miss my Honda Civic. I had a '97 Honda Civic, and when I bought my Ford F-150, uh, I still had my Civic sitting there, and I was doing some things to it, and this old boy kept on. Hey man, sell me that Civic, sell me that Civic, sell me that Civic, and I didn't want to, but ended up letting him talk me into selling my Civic, and 3 months later he blew the motor up in it, replaced the motor in it, and then a couple months after he replaced the motor in it, he rolled it, completely totaled the car. So she was such a good car. Oh yeah, I could fit in a Honda Civic. I could fit in a Honda Civic right now, Matilda. I mean, I drove one for a lot of years, so I guess I did fit in one. Oh, this the that Civic would still be on the road if he wouldn't have crashed it. Hey Shelby, I didn't know you was in here. Did I close out? Oh, here I am. Hey, Shell Bell. Hope you get to feeling better, Shell Bell. Oh, necks are popping, guys. Thank you, Shell Bell. Appreciate the kind words. No, I love this Honda Civic anyway, guys. And I'm going to tell you the story behind mine. A little something to besides asking for help, I'll share a story. Um, I had a friend of mine who worked at a car lot in Dyersburg. A little local car lot. They kept maybe 15, 20 cars on the lot, and they was getting ready to go to an auction. And my buddy called me up and he said, "Hey man," he said, "you owe me a favor." And I was like, "Yeah, I do. I'll try to repay the favor, if I can." And he goes, "Well, Tommy's going to a car auction, and he's needing somebody to drive a second truck with a trailer on it." And he goes, "And I can't go." And I told him I'd find somebody to drive for him. I was like, "Yeah, sure. As long as I bring my wife with me, she can see, a different state." Was actually going to Southern Illinois to a car auction. So, we was going to drive through Kentucky, get up to Southern Illinois, go to the auction. Um, the guy was going to pay me to drive the truck, $200 to drive the truck, and he was going to feed me. Go ahead, Troas, whatever you want to say. And we get there, and he's cars are coming across. He's bidding on them, and they're skyrocketing price. And he said, "Well, I'm losing money on this trip." He said, "I just paid you $200 and bought you a steak dinner, and I ain't gonna get anything to take home." He said, "Cars going too high." Well, here comes this two-door 1997 Honda Civic, aftermarket rims, cooler intake, aftermarket parts on it. Beautiful car, impounded. And I was like, "Boy, right there is sharp." I said, "Can anybody bid?" He goes, "He said, bid on." He said, "I bid for you." He said, "Whatever you want to bid." And I said, "Man, I just want to do it." So I did it. I said, "Bid 500 on it when it comes across." It came across that block. And they did the whole auction thing. It was going to sell because it was an impound. It wasn't a repo, so it was guaranteed to sell. He threw $500 at it. Threw the bid at it, and that auctioneer sat there and he went for a few more minutes, and he goes, "All right, sold $500." And I was like, "Oh, crap. I just bought a car at a car auction." And that was the only car we brought home with us. And I drove that thing for years. But I remember, like, when it came across, I was just like, man, it looked just like the Honda Civics in the first Fast and Furious movies. And I was like, man, I love that car because I love imports. So that was my boring little story about how I got my Honda Civic. And it ran off 15 trolls. Hey, I also learned today too that if you got the creamy chicken ramen noodles, I drain the water out of mine. I don't like the soup part. I just like the noodles. But if you take those and put a little honey mustard on them, they're really good. But guys, if anybody can help me with anything going for some groceries, guys, please help us out with anything you can. Oh yeah, I've been putting. I like to put tuna in mine and hit it with some of that yum yum sauce. But I don't like I don't leave the water on. I don't leave water in any of them. I just like drain them off, seasoning packs on the noodles. Hmm. Never tried that. I can't do hot stuff. Okay, I thought Aldo was just a brand. Yeah, if it's hot, I can't do hot stuff anymore. Takes me uh takes me way too long to get over eating something hot. I just don't drain mine to like they're not wet. I just don't like they're still wet, but I just don't like they're basically wet enough for the seasoning to stick to them. Never had mac and cheese with tuna. Again, I can't do the buffalo sauce. Like anything spicy gets me nowadays. Hey Walker, we're here today. Kata, who are you talking about? Yeah, that's why I only said Walker. You said he's talking about a robin, telling him to go on and get. I don't know how I missed that. Thank you for letting me know. I just went back and blocked them. I seem to have a lot of those. Well, I have to go in here in a minute and use the restroom. I need to get back on the topic of needing some help to get some food. To be completely honest with you on that, we're talking about back to food, like, you know, that's where everything kind of stands with us right now is trying to figure out how we're going to eat. So if anybody can help us with anything going towards groceries, guys, it would be appreciated. Hey, Chad the Welder. Welcome back in. Been on for 2 hours and 2 minutes. I've had 1.2K total views, 5 gifters, 1 new follower, and made a whopping total of 74 cents. Firefighter, I've been better, man. I've been better. Sitting here right now trying to figure out how to get a few groceries for me and my wife. I did get to work. It's been a struggle having to take care of her on her bad days and trying to work, but it's been it's been a struggle. But guys, right now I'm gonna get off here. And talk to you guys after a while. Y'all have a good one. Remember, if anybody can help us, y'all just didn't want to say anything. Just DM me. I understand you don't want the hate, the harassment. Definitely get that. So, guys, I'm getting off here. We'll talk